Oh, hi everyone. This is HorrorBuzz Live, and if you've ever seen the show, you know that things kind of just happen, and you might notice that I'm here, someplace not in front of. That's because right now I'm on the university film. We here with us, and of course, she's amazing. So let's go ahead and with. Oh, you know what? Before I even start all of that business, please like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. On Insta, I'm going to be posting from this for the rest of the night. And yeah, this was kind of a surprise to me too. So, why not take you guys along for the ride? That's what I thought. So, Lindsay, how's it going?
It is going very well. As we end, I mean, obviously your evening is going much more well than mine. Very wild, crazy. The only I have up on you is that I've been sniffing my pumpkin pecan waffle candle.
Oh,
I know it's like the holy grail of fall for me. So I
I
have that
love
going.
it. I
I
love
know.
it. And now, to me, now I'm allowing myself to do that because July. So, and at the end of the month is Midsummer Scream, and it's yeah. So, Lindsay, why don't you go ahead and talk to us? Talk to us about what is coming up and what's going on.
Let's do it. There is tons to talk about. We've got some movies coming out. So on Thursday, July 14th, we have a movie coming to Shudder, and that is Good Madam. And this follows a woman named Dee, and she has to move in with her mother. And her mother and Dee have kind of an estranged relationship, and they live in a very not good living conditions, we'll say. And they live in this very wealthy town. And as Phoebe tries to heal the relationship with her mom, things begin to stir, and the town takes kind of a dark turn. So that is Good Madam, and that comes to Shudder on Thursday, July 14th. On Friday, July 15th, we've got Gateway. This is a film that's coming to video on demand, and this follows a gentleman named Mike, and he is part of a gang, and they set up shop in an abandoned house. And as they're exploring the house, setting up their base, they go into a locked door, and what awaits them on the other side is an evil that forces them to confront their deepest and darkest secrets. They're lured one by one, and they have to fight that evil to come out on top. So that evil is looking to take them down. Will it? Only one way to find out, and that's by checking Gateway out on video on demand this Friday. Also coming out this Friday, we have Gone in the Night, and this is a limited release. So this is going to be in theaters. You'll have to check your local listings. If it's not in your local listings, fear not. It's coming to video on demand on August 2nd, so you just have to wait a little bit longer for it. But Gone in the Night follows a woman named Kath, who's played by Winona Ryder. And she and her boyfriend find a mysterious young couple in the redwoods as they go there for a cabin trip, a little vacation getaway. And they find this couple, and the rental that they were supposed to book was double booked with this kind of weird couple. So they decide that they're just going to share the cabin and make the best of it. And then her boyfriend mysteriously disappears with the young woman. Kath, Miss Winona Ryder, becomes obsessed and enlists the help of some unlikely people to help find an explanation for the sudden breakup and why this gentleman ran off with this young woman. So it sounds kind of like a thriller, mystery, psychological horror thriller. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, that's Gone in the Night, and that is coming to limited release this Friday, and then video on demand in August on the 2nd. And I know there's been a lot of buzz around the Black Phone, and we've had Chris on the show. He's talked about it being awesome. Norm has said it's awesome. The Black Phone is coming to video on demand this Friday. So it's been in theaters since the end of June. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, if you're a little concerned about maybe COVID cases and you want to see it, here's your chance. It's coming out. It'll be on streaming platforms this Friday. And if you're not familiar with the Black Phone, it follows Finney Shaw, and he's a boy who is abducted by a serial killer, and he's trapped in a soundproof basement. And this disconnected phone on the wall keeps ringing, and he finds that he can hear the voices of the victims of the serial killer. And so, if you want to find out what happens to Mr. Finney and if he makes it, then you've got to check out the Black Phone either in theaters or on demand this Friday. So for events, of course, Norm mentioned Midsummer Scream. That is very fast approaching. That's going to be July 29th through the 31st at the Long Beach Convention Center. There is the vendors. Obviously, they have an absolutely insane amount of vendors. It's like almost impossible. It's like something out of a dream. There's panels covering all sorts of things. There's, how to make film, how to set up a haunt. There's going to be large level haunts, mid-level haunts giving presentations on what their plans are. There's the Hall of Shadows. So if you want to experience a little teaser, a little taste of what some of the Halloween offerings are going to be, there's a zombie ballet. There's performances by the Decade Brigade doing sliding demonstrations. I mean, you name it, it's there. And then, of course, we have the HorrorBuzz Screaming Room, screening the best horror shorts around. And the tickets are $63 for the weekend. For Friday, it's $32.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Speaking of Midsummer Scream,
it's Mr. David Markland.
Hi, what's going on? Why aren't you here?
Why am I not here? Because I'm too busy sniffing my pumpkin pecan waffle candle. We all got to get our fixes somehow, okay?
Okay. Well, we were just talking about Midsummer Scream and how many amazing people, how many vendors are going to be on the show floor.
350.
I mean, it's bigger every year. I don't even know where you guys find spaces. You're going to have to start putting people in the rafters. It's insane.
We're actually building a second level of the show floor this year. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but yeah. And then how many haunted houses are in the Hall of Shadows?
We have a mix of 15 houses and epic displays.
Wow.
It's more than ever before.
Yep. Bigger and better and badder. And we're really happy to be back in the flesh.
Yes.
So
it's going to be an exciting time. Good times.
All right. Well, David, go enjoy the
all right.
Nope-tivities.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Adios. Okay. Sorry. I had to bring him on. Proceed.
No, of course. We love David. And so you heard it right from the horse's mouth. This is the biggest weekend that they've put together so far. 350 vendors, folks. Don't tell me you can't find something for everybody on your list. Start that Christmas shopping now. For the weekend, $63. Friday, $32. $50 on the show floor. Saturday, $47. Sunday, $37. The Gold Bat Pass is $135 for the weekend, and you get weekend admission 1 hour early, which I'm telling you is key for that shopping because there's deals for certain items that always go really fast. You get in priority access to the Hall of Shadows and priority access to panels and presentations, which is also really awesome because things like Halloween Horror Nights presentations always fills up super quick. You get a collectible lanyard and credential, limited edition gold bat enamel pin, and you get admission to Midsummer Scream after dark at Saturday night party from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. on the 30th. So you get basically an all-access pass to Midsummer Scream with that. And they have an app. So if you're going, you've got your tickets, you want to start mapping out your day, and you want to start planning, you can download, you can go into the App Store, Google Play Store, and download the Midsummer Scream app, and you can start planning now, check off the things you want to do, and when you go in there, you have a game plan, because there's too much. You can't do it all in one day. You can't even do it all in one weekend. So start planning now.
So, Lindsay?
Yes.
this is just an extremely atypical show tonight, and I am extremely sorry.
It's okay.
However, I'm going to try something.
Try it.
Well, because Chris is saying that I may have given him the wrong link to the studio.
Do you want me to give it to him?
Would you mind?
No,
Give him the link.
I can ask. I'm a woman. That's what I do.
Honey, yes, you're the best at it. So go ahead and then, oh geez, we had an interview too, and I feel terribly because I may have given them the. Well, hi everyone, welcome to the live show.
That's the nature of live entertainment. Things go kooky sometimes.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, Chris. We're up. Somebody's popping in here. Somebody's popping in.
Don't get excited. It's me.
Oh, son of a bee.
I know. I forgot that he can't see, so I'm just gonna message him.
Yeah, please do that. And if you can, shit. If you can send that same link to Amantha and let her know that link may have been wrong, tell her to send it over immediately.
Yes.
To our guest, because I dropped the ball on that one. Yeah. Well, Chris, share the link with Daniel because clearly I messed up the link sharing. So there you go.
Well, I did it. They've got it, and they will pop on as soon as they can.
You know what? But you know what? We solved the problem. So proceed, please. Forgive me.
Okay. So we've got our also coming up in October. I just wanted to put this on your radars. Now we have Spooky Boo Events is putting on Carnival. So they have their little pumpkin patch, kind of a carnival. Think of like the carnivals of fall, caramel apples, little spooky fun things like that. It's going to be running every weekend in October from September 30th through October 30th. On Fridays from 4 to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 1 to 9, and Sundays from 1 to 9. It's going to be at the Garden Walk in Anaheim, right by Disneyland, and there's going to be vendors, food, photo ops, and a lot of different family-friendly entertainment. So dancers, singers, things like that. As I mentioned, there will be a pumpkin patch, and there's fun goodie bags available for purchase to kind of get you in that trick-or-treat spirit. The tickets are free, but you do need to register, and they're doing that just to regulate capacities, just because we are still kind of in the era of COVID. You can register by going to SpookyBoo, SPOOKSIE events.com, and on their website they have vendor applications. So if you are a vendor, if you've got wonderful goods to peddle, you can go to their website and fill out their application. I will say, if you're thinking about it, just go for it and do it quick, because the space that they have reserved for the Garden Walk is small, and so their vendor capacity is very limited. So if you're interested, make sure you get on that. And this weekend at the Midsummer Gallery, I've been talking about them. They do some wonderful stuff. They're located in Pasadena, and they're next door to the original Michael Myers house. Every year, they do a Haddonfield exhibit, which is a tribute to Halloween, the Halloween franchise and film. So this weekend, the owner of the Sugarmint Gallery is preparing for that Haddonfield exhibit, and she thinks the best way to prepare, which I agree with her, is to rewatch the Halloween films. And this weekend, on Friday, she'll be screening Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and that is going to be running at 8 o'clock, from 8 to 10:30. And she is making it a completely social event. So it's $15 to go in the gallery, experience the gallery, then we go outside and watch the film and kind of laugh and comment on the film. This particular event, they have put a warning out there that do not come if you want to be quiet. This is a very social, very fun, loud event. So if you want to come and revel in the glory of Halloween 4, you can come enjoy that on Friday at Sugarmint. And on Saturday, they're going to be running The Curse of Michael Myers, this Halloween film. And that's also going to be at 8 p.m. And just like on Friday, $15 gets you into the gallery, and then you head outside to watch the film. And it is also not a silent event. So if you've never seen Halloween 6, shame on you. But if you've never seen it and you want a quiet environment, this is not the day to experience that. And rounding out our events, we have Zombie Joe's Circus Values. If you want to see a absolute bonkers show and see some clowns as they fight off their oppressive mime overlords and join on a quest to find the funniest thing in the world and find that maybe the funniest things in the world actually aren't that funny and find out what true humor embodies, then come experience this. We have this weekend, the 15th and 16th, and the 2nd and 3rd to experience it. It's for ages 18 up, $20 in advance, $25 at the door, and you can get those tickets at zombiejoes.com. Zombie Joes, we talked about them. They do all sorts of wonderful, crazy, off-the-wall, avant-garde, wonderful statement pieces in theater, ranging from horrific to hilarious. They cover it all. They're located in Los Angeles. So there's lots of stuff going on, and it's never ending, but we'll stop it there.
Oh my gosh, Lindsay, thank you so much. And check it out. We have our guest.
Woo!
And we have
Hello,
Chris.
world.
Hey, everybody.
Daniel, I am so sorry for the link mix-up here.
Well, you
That
better
was-
be, because it just ruined my day.
Well, yeah. So as I said before, we're here on the Universal backlot, and there's a Nope thing going on, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about that. But Lindsay, thank you so much for giving us the horror entertainment news. Chris, you rock. Thank you for persevering. And I'm
No
going to
problem.
go right into interviewing Daniel, if that's totally cool with y'all.
Yeah,
Totally.
let's do it.
Awesome. Let's see here.
I guess. Whatever.
Okay. Okay, so sorry. I'm doing this on my phone and trying to figure all that shit out. So, ooh, shit. So, Daniel, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, man. I'm well.
It looks like you're having
and
a great
I'm
time.
Oh! And then my buddy Ryan. Ryan and him. Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. So let's do this, man.
Do I have like somebody to hug over here?
I beg your pardon?
I was seeing if I had someone to hug over here. I don't have anyone.
I'm sorry, dude. Okay, so talk to us about your new film, well, The Bloody Man.
Well, you have Cassie and I, my wife, made a movie. Just came out on Amazon today. It is set in the 80s. It's actually made to be an 80s movie. So, like, hopefully when you watch it, it will feel like maybe like your mom went and rented something for you from the video store. But it's about set in the 80s. It's about a family. It's about a boy who lost his mother, and he's dealing with that, and struggling with school and relationships and family. And he is unknowingly summons the Bloody Man via a comic book, who then starts to terrorize his family, and then they have to learn how to band together and defeat this evil being.
So the Bloody Man, what is this creature?
So I originally like wrote these really terrible stories when I was a kid called The Bloody Man, and back then in my mind, at least if I can remember correctly, it was kind of like I would read these ghost story books from my school's library. So he was kind of like a ghost of like somebody who had been bludgeoned, but he was kind of like the devil too. And then as I got into like horror and stuff, I kind of like thought he was kind of like Freddy too, maybe. So a little bit of mix of that, I guess.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, is there any sort of an influence from the scary stories to tell in the dark and things like that?
Kind of. The one book that I checked out of my library at school more than any was called Ghosts, and it was by Simon Seymour, I think. I've since bought it as an adult, but the artist that did the drawings in that book also did the art for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So kind of, yeah. But this Ghosts book was more like supposed to be like reporting on real events. So like I was terrified that these things were real, like these headless ghosts and stuff. So You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved those stories. I would always go to the book fairs and like, scour for like the creepy stuff, and yeah,
Yes.
definitely. So it feels like something like you said, that you would have picked up at the video store, because the trailer just, even the logos at the beginning of the trailer, um, so
We
good.
tried.
Just yeah, definitely lines up with that. Well, let's go ahead and bring in our other hosts, and they might have some questions for you too. So,
Okay.
uh, Chris and
Hello.
Lindsay, let's talk the Bloody Man. Chris, do you have any questions for Daniel?
What are your favorite kinds of horror movies? Is it like strictly paranormal stuff, like the ghost stories, or do you like, or like, most people have like one subgenre that they stick to? You know what I mean? Like they always fall back on. Like I like slashers personally. Is it ghost stories for you, or would you say something else?
My favorite to just like watch and enjoy would just be those. I mean, I know
Yeah, the one you can't get enough of.
so boring. To say just like those '80s slashers, like Freddy and Jason. Like I just that I grew up with those, and then they're just I can't. I'll never get bored of watching those. But I do like ghost um, movies as well, like paranormal. But man, like the scariest stuff ever, though, if you want to talk paranormal, would be old episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. Like that, just hearing the theme song now makes me gives me chills.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah.
think though, for me, the one that gives me chills still is the theme song from Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah.
That at the very beginning. So
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
one of my favorite episodes of that was like when the guy sneezed off his nose. But
Oh man, yeah, that like did something to me as a kid. Like it bothered me.
yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, now it just came out today, right? How
Yes,
can people see the film?
So I was given a long list of where it would be released, and I know for sure it's on Amazon Prime to rent or purchase, at least in the U.S. Today, July 12th. But it's also it should be on Vudu and all the cable company, video on demand portions. So it should be out there. So if you have a smart TV, if you just search it, I'm sure that it'll come up.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's a big step to have your movie made and then distributed like that. Like that's huge.
Yeah, like it's a dream come true. Especially for the amount of time we've worked on it. It's been years that we've been working on this, and it's been eight years since we started, since we decided to make it. So finally, I can go pass out now. Finally.
I have a question for you, Daniel. So the trailer it's such a callback to like the retro vibe, 70s, 80s. It's beautiful. Just visually, it's very striking. It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
It captures a very retro feel. But like you can tell, obviously you mentioned it's 8 years in the making. It's obvious because everything from like the little boy's bedroom to the types of bikes they're riding, it feels like a lot of thought had to go into to create that like sort of time warp, because you're filming something that it looks like it took place 35 years ago, but it's now. So I mean, to do that now, and I mean, is that part of the reason why it took so long, or what's that process like to have to think 35 years in the past?
It was kind of tough, with the art direction and getting all the props and costumes and making sure everyone's hair at least looked nondescript as far as the decades were concerned. But that it was tough, but editing, it took a little bit to edit. It took about a year and a half to edit, 2 years almost. I was having to mask out modern day cars in the background and things like that, but it's just these movies just take a long time to make, and we decided to make it in 2014. We wrote the script in 2016, raised the money in 17, filmed it in 18, edited in 19, and then premiered it in 20, and then it's taken almost 2 years, I guess, just for the distribution process. So it's just yeah.
That's a long road.
That makes the film that much more like as an audience member, it gives you a new appreciation for it. Like you could watch and be like, "Oh, this is cool," but now anybody listening, watching, knowing that you can watch and be like, "Whoa, that's actually really cool." How many parts had to be edited out? How much art direction had to be thought of? So it just you can see that it's not just it's like a labor of love, and I think that kind of adds a layer to it that folks will now be able to appreciate. Now I appreciate.
Thank you.
That's all I think about when I'm.
I hope so. I hope people appreciate it.
That's a good way to put it. I have a kind of a silly question. Did you film it on an actual film? Is that how it has like that retro feel that she was talking about?
No, man.
I wish. Digital. Oh, really?
It was digital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
never would have guessed.
I just spent a lot of time in post trying to, not really degrade it, but just, picked out the right grains and the right, colors and stuff to try to match the film look. I think it turned out. I think it looks pretty genuine. I mean, I always could, felt like I could do better, but I feel like it did okay.
It looks amazing. Like I love movies that have that visual style. Like it gives you something to look at. Like it makes you interested. And like, what's the story about? It's just so appealing. You know what I mean? You can't look away.
We tried to. We went back and did a lot of we watched a lot of old movies from the 80s and stuff, and paid attention to the lighting, the camera movements, and the framing and stuff, and tried to incorporate as much of that as we could when we had the opportunity, when we had time. Sometimes it was just like, we've got 30 minutes, just get the shot, but
Well,
it's amazing that you went into so much detail with that. Wow, sorry. No.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. But that's, to me, that's one of the reasons why I love indie films so much, is because there is so much effort and so much passion behind each project. It's just very, very admirable. So props to you, Daniel, and your wife for making it.
Yeah.
And definitely excited to catch it. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but the trailer sold me. So I'm definitely going to be checking it out. So
thank you. I really hope you like it.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
And if you don't, just lie and pretend and say that you do.
or just not say anything. Sometimes you just got it. So also, before we go, Peter Vasquez, one of our longtime fans, he's turning 35, and we got to wish him a happy birthday. Brian,
happy birthday,
Easter
man.
eggs. Yeah, happy birthday, Peter. Also, any Easter eggs hidden in the film that we should look for, Daniel?
I mean, maybe Easter eggs. Maybe. There's so much inspiration and stuff from my childhood, from the shows, from that I watched, cartoons and toys and comics and stuff. There's a lot of throwbacks. We tried not to hit people over the head with look, this is 80s. but I think if somebody, somebody in their early 40s or around that age were to see it, they would see a lot of stuff that would be like, oh, at least I hope so.
Excellent. Well, Daniel, again, it was a pleasure talking to you, sir. And thank you for coming on. Sorry for the chaos.
Thank you, guys.
But everybody, catch The Bloody Man now. It's on Amazon Prime. Just watch it. What are you going to do?
It.
Yeah. All right, Daniel. Thank you so much. And
thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure and an honor. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Take care. Okay, guys. Well, we probably have just finished one of our most chaotic shows. but I could not do it without either of you, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you.
Oh, thanks, Norm.
Here we are. Oh, yeah. So the end of the show, and that's that. And is there anything else you guys want to add tonight before I jump into the crazy nopeness?
I just want to add, I'm really excited because tomorrow I'm going to have my first ever live stream on my channel because I finally have enough subs for it. So I'm going to have a special guest, Gory B Movie, and we're going to talk about obscure and underrated creature features. So make sure you guys check that out tomorrow night, my channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
What's your channel?
Oh, Mr. Flickster.
There we go. There we go.
MS, the mighty fantastic Mr. Flickster.
That's right. All right. Everybody, thank you again for being here, and get those hands ready.
They're always
Oh, you, Lindsay.
We will see you in the fog.